Hey gang, and welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I am Crossing Channel, and we've seen many events come and go in Animal Crossing New Horizons so far. Now, in the recent updates for the game, we've actually seen a theme of Nintendo updating the existing events to improve them by adding new items and different changes to make the events more enjoyable for returning and new players as well. Now, it seems like they're going to continue to do this throughout 2021 with some of the events that we've already enjoyed. So I'm going to take a look in this video how they're most likely going to do that and what changes we could possibly see. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos. I want to say thank you to Disney Poptown for sponsoring today's video. You can download the game for free using my link in the video description. I'll also be giving away a 12-month Nintendo Switch Online membership gift card, so stay tuned for more details. Disney Poptown is a unique game that has something for everyone. It's for puzzlers, builders, collectors, and creators too. Create your own avatar and collect countless costumes to dress up as your favorite Disney and Pixar characters. My favorite costume is Woody because he's just so iconic. Complete challenging puzzles to earn stars so you can restore and rebuild Disney and Pixar inspired towns. Each town is based on your favorite stories and you get to customize and explore them all. Exclusively for this video, if you download using my link in the description box down below, the first 20 people who make the most progress in the game can add me as a friend. You can even summon my avatar to help you complete missions once with friends. Also, everyone who downloads my link in the description will also receive a $5 pack of 60 rubies and 8 darts. This offer expires 30 days after this video is live, and that's when all gifts will be sent out. Additionally, the link acts as a creator code, so anything you spend in the game will help support me. I'll also be giving away a gift card for 12 months of Nintendo Switch Online membership to one person who downloads using my link, screenshots them hitting level 50 and tags me or sends me a DM on Instagram. Thanks once again to Disney Poptown for sponsoring, and make sure to download the game using my link in the video description. Now let's get into the video. Number 1. So coming up in the summertime is the Fireworks Festival, which was introduced in an update in Animal Crossing New Horizons last year, and it's basically the exact same as the version in Animal Crossing New Leaf, with a few differences that definitely could be improved upon with a minor update. I definitely do think Nintendo will take the path of updating these existing events with more content, whether that's seasonal items to kind of go alongside them, or just changes to the event in general to make it more fun and convenient for players. I think the Bunny Day event had a really good mix of this, where it added new items, but it also changed some things like making it more convenient by villagers randomly giving you eggs and such. So maybe the Fireworks Festival could do something similar, where they could introduce some new content for players to enjoy. Now, one thing that I really think is missing from the Fireworks Festival is definitely the really cute little bunny balloons that Phineas would give you in City Folk, and that you could also get in Animal Crossing New Leaf as well. I'm actually really surprised they didn't decide to add these. They added pretty much every other accessory. There might be a few that are missing, but this is the main one that comes to mind, and I really love this one. I think in general Phineas would be a really great visiting character and would go really well with this type of event. He, in Animal Crossing City Folk, was the type of guy you'd really see at like a carnival, kind of selling like cute little balloons and accessories and stuff like that. So I really think he would actually fit in so perfectly at the Fireworks Festival. Now, this is more of just a wish on my part. I'm honestly doubting that they're going to add Phineas to the game in this capacity. I think it'd be pretty unlikely, but it certainly would make a lot of sense for them to do this in my opinion, and allow him to sell the accessories. Now, Crazy Red could actually go back to doing his raffle, which is what he did in Animal Crossing New Leaf. And if you didn't know, Crazy Red's raffle in Animal Crossing New Leaf was different to the one in New Horizons, because he'd actually give you these cool retro Nintendo sort of toys. Before Nintendo was a game company, they were actually a little toy company, and they used to manufacture all these really weird, strange little toys, and you could actually get those in Animal Crossing New Leaf. So I think that's definitely something that Crazy Red should do. He should give out those items, even if he also gives out accessories. I could also see those items actually being introduced as a part of a seasonal item update through Nook Shopping though. Either way, I definitely think they could actually make a comeback to the game with the event being updated this time around, even if they just are seasonal items. Number 2. Now, the spookiest event in all of Animal Crossing is of course Halloween, and I think they did a really great job of bringing Halloween to Animal Crossing New Horizons. It wasn't perfect, I won't lie. It wasn't the perfect version of the event that we kind of got in Animal Crossing New Leaf, I personally feel, but it was still really good and definitely incredibly cute seeing all the villagers dressing up, and of course getting to see Jack again, who's a really iconic character. Now, I definitely think they're going to add more items to this event in 2021. That just makes a lot of sense to me. There's so many different spooky items they could add, and they're actually missing some of the creepy items that we got in Animal Crossing New Leaf, like the crystal ball and the little spooky coffin. And I know we have similar items, but they aren't quite as iconic as the ones that we had from the spooky series in previous Animal Crossing games. Of course, in Animal Crossing New Leaf, the spooky series is actually the pumpkin stuff, which is kind of designed so you can place it outdoors and enjoy it like that, but I wouldn't mind some more indoor furniture this time around for Halloween. Who knows, maybe we could actually see the classic pumpkin series of furniture return that people put in their houses in original Animal Crossing games. It's been there since the very start, so that'd be actually great to see that item series come back. Who knows? Now, one thing that was really significant which was introduced during the Halloween event was of course the little farming feature where you could farm different pumpkins. Now, I actually think this feature will get expanded upon this time around. I think it's incredibly likely that we will see some kind of update to this, because it would be incredibly easy for Nintendo to do, and according to the data mines of the game, there are more vegetables waiting to be added. Now, I really doubt these are just leftover pieces of code. I definitely think they will get added at some point, and I think this would basically be the perfect time to introduce them. That will definitely be a really exciting update, and I kind of want to talk more about that with the next event, which is definitely related to vegetables as well. Number 3. Turkey Day, I thought, was the absolute best event in Animal Crossing New Horizons that we've gotten. I really enjoyed it. It had a right amount of challenge and good activities, and it was just great in general. I think one of the things that I thought was a bit of a shame is that we couldn't really get any of the cute little food and dish items and use them as items on our own island, so I think that would be a great update, whether it be seasonal items or new rewards from Franklin aside from the Turkey Day furniture which we got last year. I think it'd be really nice to get some of these items which you can see on his table and on the other table, and actually display them in your own home or around your island all year round, because look how perfect they are. It would just go perfect in any kitchen in your Animal Crossing island or town. So that would be a really great update, whether it's seasonal items or whether it is just, you know, a prize that you get from Franklin by completing the event. Now, I think one change they could do to Turkey Day in 2021 that would be very welcome would actually be introducing the rest of the vegetables which we've seen in the data mines for Animal Crossing New Horizons for quite a long time now. Now, pumpkins were also data mined before they released, and I think a lot of people were kind of expecting them to put out all these vegetables at once, but they didn't do that for some reason. Now, I actually think in 2021 we could perhaps see them maybe split these vegetables into two sections. Ones that get introduced for, you know, Halloween, that sort of season, so you can plant them around that time, and then the rest could get introduced during Turkey Day, which I think would be fantastic. I mean, come on, sugar cane and wheat are just so perfect for Turkey Day, especially the wheat, and there would be great ingredients. In this event, you actually do use pumpkins as ingredients, which a lot of people struggled with because they'd stopped growing them after Halloween. But it would be really nice if they introduced these new vegetables, kind of add a new element to it, so you could gather these up and use them as materials for the dishes that you give to Franklin. Number 4. The most festive event in the entire game that I thought was really nice in Animal Crossing New Leaf was still missing a few things in Animal Crossing New Horizons that I wish had kind of come back from Animal Crossing New Leaf, if that makes sense. One of the main things that was missing, I think, was guessing the presents that your villagers wanted. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, the presents were basically meaningless, and it didn't matter which presents you gave to who. There was no kind of strategy to it. Now, in Animal Crossing New Leaf, you would talk to your villagers throughout the month, and you'd get clues about what types of presents they actually wanted, and on the big day you would have to, you know, give the right presents to the right villagers to get all of the rewards. I definitely think that's something they could bring back in Animal Crossing New Horizons in 2021. I think that is something that would make a really great change and make the event more dynamic. It would make it last a bit longer rather than being just one day. I know Nintendo probably thinks to themselves that players don't want to have to talk to their villagers all month to figure out these clues, but honestly I think most players would like that. I mean, maybe I'm alone here, but personally I think it would make talking to your villagers throughout the month a lot more enjoyable. I also think they're going to add more items to this event this year. Toy Day honestly didn't have that many items because there's so many other winter and festive themed items that you get throughout the month of December, or in winter if you're, in the southern hemisphere. So I definitely think we will get to see more items, whether they introduce through the seasonal menu or if they're given out by Jingle as a prize for doing his little rewards, because just getting his photo again wouldn't be great. However, it does make me think that we'll definitely get a different prize from Jingle as the main prize, kind of like with May Day, where instead of getting Rover's briefcase again, if you played it last year, you got to get his photo this time. So maybe we'll get something different from Jingle, which definitely would be a great little change. Number 5. This event, the New Year's event, is one of the most interesting in the game because this event was actually in the game since the very start. It wasn't introduced in an update. This event was playable from the get-go, which means this event hasn't really seen any changes since the game actually launched in March 2020. So I think out of all of these, this one is maybe the least likely to get any updates, but there are definitely some really cool changes that they could do to it this year to make it even better as an event. Now, it's pretty complete and it's incredibly similar to the version from previous Animal Crossing games, especially Animal Crossing New Leaf. I do really like this version though, I think they did a good job with it, but like I said, there is definitely more they could do. For example, they're definitely going to update the seasonal items this time around. They had a lot last year. One of them was actually an arch which said 2020, so of course they're going to introduce the 2021 arch. I know that's not that exciting, but it does kind of show that they're definitely going to add a new item for this event. I'd be very shocked if they didn't. So I guess it does kind of in a way give you hope for future updates. If any of you are worried about them stopping, they're at least going to add updates which introduce new items, which I know isn't the most exciting thing and I'm not trying to hype that up, but it does kind of show they are probably still going to add updates, at least to add seasonal items in. Now, one thing that was really cool from the original Animal Crossing game was that on New Year's, you could actually get a fortune from Katrina, which was really cool, and take part in her Sunshine Lottery. I think this was really great and it would be a fantastic way to introduce Katrina to the game. Of course, I think people would prefer to see her all year round rather than just a part of one event, but maybe if she does get introduced sometime this year as a character who maybe shows up in your plaza, she could also take part in the New Year's event. If she doesn't, then I definitely think they could do some kind of tie-in with the Nooklink app. If you didn't know, Katrina actually does appear on the Nooklink app and gives you a little advice on there every day. Of course, I don't really like that. I wish she had just been in the actual game herself. But if they are going to introduce some kind of New Year's thing related to her, I definitely think that would be a good idea to do it. So I'd love for you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, which events do you think are going to get updated this time around? Are they going to get any improvements for 2021? And what kinds of improvements for the events in the game would you like to see? Do you agree with any of the things that I mentioned in this video that should be brought back from previous games? Definitely let me know. And if you made it to the end of this video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did. Once again, thank you to Disney Poptown for sponsoring this video, and be sure to download the game using my link in the description. If you want to help support my channel, click the join button down below the video to become a channel member. You can get a whole bunch of cool perks for doing so, and it helps support me too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos.